Welcome back, folks. Today we're going to create a very simple sports poster. So I'm going to get started by going to my elements, and under frames I'm going to go into basic shapes, see all, and I'm going to look for a frame that is slanted like this. I'm going to place this on my workspace, and for frames we can scale them so that they are higher and wider without them losing their shape. I'll take a copy of this and I'll put it right next to the first one. And I'll take another copy like that. I'm going to grab all three and I'm just going to make them a little bit wider to fit the whole space. I'm going to go back to Elements. And into my recently used, I'm going to place some photos on my workspace. I'll place this one on my workspace, this one, and this one. I'm going to put this one aside up here. I'll just move this down here. I'm going to take a copy of this one, and I'm going to flip this one to the other side just to have a little bit of variety. I'm going to place it inside the middle frame. I'll place this one on that side, and I'm going to grab this one and place it right in here. I'm going to double click, and I'm just going to position the image so that we can see this soccer player right here. For this one, I'm going to focus on the image of the man on the end. And for this one, I'm going to move it over so that we can see the image of the man like that. I'm going to grab the first image. I'm going to go to edit, and in filters I'll say see all, and I'll scroll all the way to the bottom, and I'm going to use the film option to make it black and white. I'll do the same for the next one and the same for the last one on my screen. For this one here, I'm actually going to remove the background, and I'm going to add a shadow, an outline shadow. And for that outline shadow, I'm going to make it white. And I'm going to make it a little bit thinner like that. And I'm going to position this right there. I'll just make this a little bit smaller so I can see the man in the middle there, and I'll leave it right there. Let's grab some shadows. So I'll go back to my elements and I'll just look for some circle shadows. I'll go into graphics and see all, and I'll grab this one. I'll move it down here and I'll make it a little bit smaller like that, and I'll just put this over here like that. If that's a little bit too dark, or you can make it more transparent like that, or you can search for another shadow that you'll like. I'll do this. I'll take a duplicate and I'll put this one over here, and I'll make that one a little bit smaller like that. Let's add a little bit of text. And in here, I'll just type in a fictitious name. And I'll make that a little bit larger. For the font, I'm going to change it to League Gothic. So I'll just search for it in here. And I'll add some more text on my workspace, and in here I'll just type the date. And for that text, I'm going to change the font to Glacial Indifference. Now, I did see this design created by a Photoshop creator, so I do have to give credit to that creator, and I will post his name in the description of this video. so that if you're interested in learning how to do something like this in Photoshop, you can go to his channel and take a look at it. Now, I'm not finished quite yet with this. What I'd like to do is I'd like to add some kind of a white shadow or gradient to kind of blend in those slanted frames into the design. And I'm going to have a couple of variations of this design. And at the end, I want you to tell me which one you like the best. So I'm going to head on over back to Elements, and in here I'm going to search for a white gradient. And I'll place this one on my workspace. I'm going to flip this upside down, and I'm going to place it right here like that. I'll just make it a little bit larger, and I'll go to Position and Layers, and I'm going to move that gradient to the back behind the player, the main player right here. So that is our first design. So tell me, what do you think of our first design? I'm going to make a duplicate of this page and show you a variation of this design. This will be our second design. So I'm going to leave that gradient, but we're going to go back to Elements, and I'm going to search for some grunge. I'll place this on my workspace, and I'll come up here and I will make this a little bit larger like that. I'm going to change the color of that grunge to white, and we can duplicate it as well, or we can add some more grunge, like something like this. And I'll just make that a little bit larger, and I'll also make that white. Let's go to Position and Layers, and let's move those two grunge elements behind the main player so that it's not interfering with the main player image. So this is the second design. I am going to make another copy of our first design, and I'm going to change this one. And for this one, I'm actually going to remove that white gradient, and I'm going to add a grunge border. So I'll grab this one right here. I'm going to make it white, and I'm going to place this right on the seam at the bottom, like that. Now I'm going to go to Position and Layers. I'm going to grab that gradient, and I'm going to bring it behind the main player again. So that's what that would look like. And that is our third design. Let's go to Thumbnail View, and let's just take a look at what those three designs look like and which one you like the best. So do you like one, the first one the best, the second one, or the third one? Let me know in the comments. Now, did you learn anything in this tutorial? If you did, press the like button, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on. And if there's another tutorial you want to see, I do have a tutorial request form in the description as well. So you can fill that out, and I'll add your request to my list of tutorials to create. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn your notification bells on. For now, my friends, I'm going to say bye-bye until next time.